Hello everyone, once again welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to see that what is jump statements. So let's start the topic. So what is jump statements? In Java, jump statements are mainly used to transfer the flow of program from one part of the program to another part of the program. Means it just transfer the flow of the control of the program from one place to the another. So what are the types of jump statements? So first one is break. First one is break and the second one is continue and the third one is return. We already have seen return and break in our previous lectures of switch classes and recursion. So in recursion we mainly use the return statement to return the value which we have got after the executing, and then it works as the value for the first statement. And break statement we have used in switch, how it helps or how it works. Let's see. Break in switch works like, for example, this is your switch block, switch CH, and now here is your case 1, here is your case 2. So if here is some statement SOPLN hello, and here is SOPLN Java. So what will be the output of this program? Hello Java. Why? Because when case 1 will get true, it will automatically go to case 2 and print Java. And this is called the fall through. So to avoid fall through, we just use the break statement so that it prints only hello. Okay. This is in respect of switch. And how it works with loop, let's see. So break statement with loop, we will take the example of for, and we will print the values from I equal to 0 to 5. So I is less than I equal to 0, I equal to 1, I is less than equal to 5, I plus plus. Okay. Now we are checking the value. If I is equal 3, then break. So now what will be value of I initialized, that is 1, and output will become here. Okay. So I is less than 5, it's true. So it comes in the for block, then it check I is equal 3, no. And here we will take the SOPLN so that it will print the value of I. So first one is I1, I is less than 5, so it will come in the for block, it will check 1 is equal to 3, which is false, then it will print I, that is 1. Then again it will update I, it becomes 2, then it will again check 2, 2 is less than 5, it becomes 2, it comes inside the for block, then it's check 2 is equal 3, which is again false, it again comes to the SOPLN statement, it prints 2. Now I becomes 3, 3 is equal 3, which is true, this becomes true, so it will go inside the for if block. So but after going to if block, it sees the first statement is break. So what break do? So now what will break do? Break will break the flow of the program and move towards the next block of the program, which means the statement which is very next after the block executed. It will not come here, it will directly exit this block. So this is our break. Now let's edit it in this program only and see what does this continue do. So for continue we have to remove these all things, then this. So here is continue, C will be small, and here SOP ln I. So here will be I is initialized with 1 and here will output come. So now see, continue with loop. So I is equals to 1, which is less than 5. It will come inside the for block. It will check I is equal 3, which is again false. It will comes to SOP ln I. It will print I. Then it updates the I value. It becomes 2. Then 2 is again not equal to 3. It will again come to SOP ln I. Then it will print 2. Then again it will update here I value. Then it becomes 3. On becoming 3, it will check if I is equal 3, which becomes true. So it will come inside the if block. So in if block, it has found that there is a continuous statement. So what will continuous statement do? Continuous statement will move the control of the program from here towards the start of the block without executing the further statements. It means after updating the value 3, it will not print 3. So it will go and update the value of I by 4. It will again check 4 is equal 3. No. Then it will print the value 4. Then it will update the value 4. It becomes 5. And it will again check the value. If 5 is equal 3, which is again false, it will come out. It will come towards the SOP ln I, and it will again print 5. So this will be the continue statement. So this would be the difference between the break and continue statement if examiner asks in your question papers. So let's see what is return statement. So for return statement, I am writing a short program of factorial, and main part only. This will be the base condition if n is equal 1. Return, what we have to return? We will return 1. Else return n into n minus 1, fact of n minus 1, and this is our fact program, fact function. So for this we are going to work, and let's see how this return statement work. So you know that this will be done through recursion. So in recursion, each and every time it will allocate a new memory to a program. So this will be a first memory which has been allocated to this program after getting the value of n equal to 5. So 5 is not equal to 1, so it will come here. 5 into n fact of n minus 1, that is 5 minus 1, it becomes 4. This is the first memory allocation. So through this fact of 4 we will calculate, we will allocate new memory location. It will become 4 into fact of 3. Now this will again allocate new memory location. This becomes 3 into fact of 2. This will allocate new memory location, which becomes 2 into fact of 1. Now when fact of 1 will come, it will come here and it will see that 1 is equal 1. So what it will return? It will return 1. So return 1. यहाँ से jump करेगा कहाँ पे? मतलब यहाँ ये गया नेक्स्ट मेमोरी लोकेशन पे फाइंड करने के 1 की वैल्यू क्या है, तो वहां से उसको पता चला 1 है, तो यहाँ तो 1 आ गई, बट ये तो नई मेमोरी एलोकेशन पे। सो ये पुरानी मेमोरी एलोकेशन पे कैसे आएगी? इस रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट की मदद से। तो इसलिए रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट यूज होगा, यहाँ से वैल्यू आ जाएगी यहाँ पे। तो फैक्ट 1 की वैल्यू क्या जाती है? 1। ठीक है, 1 to 2 क्या होगा? 2। अब 2 इस वाली मेमोरी एलोकेशन में कैसे आएगी? रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट का यूज करते हैं, क्योंकि रिटर्न तो है ना अभी भी इनके पीछे, तो रिटर्न करेगा तो 2 आ जाएगा यहाँ पे। Then again 3 to the 6, it will again return to this memory allocation. It becomes 4 into 6. 4 into 6 is 24. Now it will be returned to this memory allocation and it becomes 24 here. And which is equal to 120, and which is the factorial of 5. Right? So this is how our return statement works. So I hope that you understood that what is jump statements in this video. If you like this video, let me know in the comment section, and we will meet in next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.